So Maggie, why don't you introduce yourself for us?
All right, my name is Maggie Yaddof. I am 23 years old. I just graduated university a year ago in 2016, June, and I am now entering the workforce, and I currently work for Clark County Public Health.
Great, thank you. So the first question, what are some of the challenges of your daily life?
I think the big one right now is getting used to being an active member, fully participating in the workforce. I actually just 2 weeks ago started working full-time. I've been working for the past year, but kind of in a part-time basis. So now I'm working full-time for the county for 2 weeks. So that's been a big challenge, just in getting used to that, that schedule, not having as much free time as I was used to. Having to be more careful about what I'm doing on weeknights, what I'm doing on weekends, when I have to go to bed, which not really a problem for me, but having to be aware of my schedule much more just because I have so much more time dedicated to work, and I'm trying to kind of find a balance between what I'm having to do for my job, but also finding downtime, me time, chore time, laundry time, stuff that, has never really been a problem up until this point.
Yeah, thank you. What are some of the unique blessings or gifts of this stage of your life?
Probably one of the big ones is that everything that in my mind I've been working up to, and growing up, and the things that I've always planned to do as far as going to school, getting older, gaining independence, now I'm actually seeing those things come to fruition. I've moved out of my parents' house. I have a steady income. I'm getting a lot more of that independence. I guess I'm probably one of the lucky ones. I have a job that's directly related to what I studied at university, which is something, it's something that I enjoy, something I look forward to doing. So kind of getting to see the results of the labor that I put in through however many years of schooling, and going through all of the kind of growing pains of growing up. Now I'm actually getting to start to enjoy that portion.
Yeah. Is it what you expected, or is it different than what you expected?
And I think that remains to be seen.
It's only 2 weeks in.
I'm 2 weeks into being full-time.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really sure what I'd expected because it was not something I'd ever experienced before. It's all kind of new. As a kid you have a strange idea of what it's going to be like to be adulthood, and in reality it's a lot of organization, a lot of bills, but also a lot of fun new experiences that you get to create for yourself as an adult without having somebody kind of ushering you along.
Right. Well, now some questions about faith. What things challenge your faith?
We're going to get a theme going on here. Time. Time is the big one. More so in the past couple weeks, but even before then, when I did have more free time, it's you have to make a point of dedicating that time towards maintaining that. And when you're trying to go through all these transitions, it's a lot harder to do. It definitely is not in the forefront of your mind. You're like, okay, I've got to figure out how to XYZ. It's like, Mom, what is home equity? I ask her all sorts of questions like that all the time, about how to actually, how do I function as an adult? That is what my priority is. So that is, and that time that I'm dedicating to figuring out how to be an adult is time that's being taken away from other things, including faith. So that's probably the biggest challenge right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So are there ways that your faith sustains you, or you call upon your faith, or times where you do reach for your faith?
I think one of the biggest sustaining factors in relation to that is really the faith community. This is a church I grew up in. Everybody here knows who I am, and even if they don't see me all the time, I know that they're still thinking about me. I know I still have their love and support. So that's really nice, knowing that that's always going to be there. They're always going to be happy when when they see me, and I think that's a great kind of sustaining force is really the church community, the faith community.
Yeah. So last question. What questions would you have for God about your future?
I think I kind of know the answer. It's like, does it get simpler or does it just get more complicated? Because I feel like it got really complicated in the past couple years, but my gut tells me it's not going to get any less complicated over the next few decades. So it's like, is it going to be easier for me to figure out my time and dedicate more focus to maintaining my faith? Is it going to be harder? I mean, looking forward, there's going to, get married, have children. That's kind of the next phase. Is it going to be harder then? Or will it be easier? That's, if you got an answer for that one, that would be great. But, that's the best I got.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it.